Hey everybody, Melville here with your 2025 reading for my air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Please keep in mind that these are general readings and that the future can be changed to an extent. And the power is in the advice that's given during this reading. So make sure that you are keeping that in mind when you are receiving this information. And also make sure that anything that you take in resonates with you and makes sense. If it doesn't feel right, then it's probably not for you. So what I did for 2025 is I'm gathering the themes. So I'm gathering 4 key themes for the year because it's a long time, 365 days, and things change throughout the year. But I have noticed that there's often what we can count on are the themes. There are certain things that are going to be present, just present energies. So one of those energies for you, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, is money coming in, and it can be in the form of an inheritance. Somebody that you are related to may come into some money and want to give you a blessing of money. It can also be a side job. It could be just there's an extra influx of money coming through for the year 2025, which is really great for you. I'm excited about that for you. Also feel like there's going to be a shift in the way that you operate with money. I feel like there's been so many challenges with money, and you found ways to keep the boat afloat, for example, and now you're going to start experiencing more ease when it comes to your finances. And I would say that another theme is, self-reflection, looking at yourself, seeing where you've come, see where you've grown, and making sure that you are your current self. Like, make sure that you are operating from a place of who you are today and not who you were yesterday. If your finances change, maybe you don't buy in bulk because you don't need to expect that you won't get paid in 2 weeks or in a month. So make sure that your mindset is in alignment with your current situation and not with the past. And it's always great to plan for a rainy day, right? But if we're doing things out of fear, if we are moving in a fearful manner in relation to money, then we are pushing away that flow. We are kind of slipping out of alignment with it. And so really look at your relationship with money and where you may be having fearful behavior around it. Also, so I got the Page of Cups. Now, this can be about relationships, new relationships, the potential for love and romance, but also the potential for healing within yourself and your heart in relationship to you. And because the Judgment card came up, and I feel like it can also talk about the past you, maybe decisions that you made that you maybe hold guilt for, you regret, and really just loving yourself through that, and being okay and saying, I am where I am now. I could have done this differently. I did not. And it's the past and there's nothing I can do about it. The only thing I can do in the now is be the best to myself as I can be. So honoring yourself, honoring your heart, definitely a big year for self-love and love of others in general. There's a lot of love energy in 2025, I feel. Relationships, friendships, family dynamics, romance is a mixed bag of love. And it's nice. It's nice, but relationships are messy. And so there can be also a little bit of messiness. Moving on to our fourth theme. So as you get to the self-love place and being your own best friend, protecting yourself as you would your best friend, you will attract challenging people. It's important to be careful of people stealing your energy, your resources, wanting to know you for unsavory reasons. So I would say, just because when we open our hearts and we heal and we start to generate that energy outwards, and we kind of let our guard down to shine openly, there is the natural consequence of not so savory individuals wanting to be in that light, to consume it. So that should not be a reason for you to close yourself off, because it's not healthy. It's not healthy for us to be closed off. And if we're closed off, we're also closed off from the good. And there are possibilities for new friendships and relationships and groups of people that can really change our lives. And if we are hiding out because of these people, we're missing out on those opportunities as well. And so very important to be shielding yourself in such a way where you're not so guarded that nobody can come to you, but shielded in such a way where you can receive the good and repel the bad. And however that looks, whatever that looks like for you in your spiritual practice, honor that. Does not have to be something that you found online. It can be something that you have decided for yourself. This is what this looks like for me. This is how I want to shield myself. So think about it. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. That's definitely a theme this year. Trusting that you will love and protect yourself. You have come a long way, and the lessons that you have learned will serve you well in 2025. Now, the wild card is the moon. Okay, so the moon is always a mixed bag to me, because we're looking at our intuition, dreams. We're also looking at illusion. So we have to be careful that we don't buy into fear, but also be careful that we are hearing our intuition when something's not right, and we should listen to that. And also, I want to point out the wolves on each side, and that, the story about which wolf will you feed? Which wolf will you feed? So the fearful one or the loving one, like, which side of you is going to dictate your future and your current state of being. So definitely a lot going on intuitively in 2025. And I think that's very much a collective message that we're going to have to really rely on our spiritual foundation, our intuition, our higher self to move correctly, because things will be tumultuous outside of our sphere, and it can affect us, but it also can cause us to have illusions of how it's going to affect us that it won't. Like, I'm trying to basically, things happening in the country could make us think, I'm going to need to stock up on this and that, or I need to move, or I need to do this because I'm afraid. And the reality is nothing's going to happen, or what you're trying to prep for is irrelevant. So, I mean, and then there's times where you're like, oh, I really need to do this. I know that I need to do this. That is the challenge of the moon, is tapping into what is fear and what is intuition, what is what's really going on. And that is why it's important to be in alignment with your spiritual, your higher self and your intuition, because you need to know what is making the noise. What is the clamoring? Is it the fear, or is it your intuition? Is it true? And also, lastly, on that moon card and the aligning with the phases of the moon, capitalizing on new moon energy and full moon energy if you do spell work. Lastly, I think that's it for these cards. Let me pull from another deck so we can see what the additional message is here. Dreams. Okay. The moon. Dreams. Your dreams may be really intense, and you may start receiving psychic information, or maybe that's something that you already do. But I would pay attention to my dreams, and yeah, make sure that your sleep is being honored. Make sure you are getting enough sleep. Make sure that your bedding make sure that your bedding is clean and cool. Cool meaning like temperature wise, that you were sleeping at a good temperature, that you were comfortable. We spend a lot of our day in sleep, and so it is important that that is a nourishing, healing time for us. And we don't always think about it, but it is very important, that just as important as drinking enough water or eating good food, your sleep is very important. Yeah. Okay. What additional message do you want to give us? This is from the Quantum Oracle deck by Sandra Ann Taylor. There we go. It's coming. Got it. Interesting. So travel may be highlighted this year. You may be going somewhere, or you could be changing locations. You could be moving. Your job could be moving. And then if we want to get a little esoteric on it, there's also path changes, shifting onto a different path. And that doesn't necessarily have to do with your physicality, more about your mindset, what you believed before, back to the Judgment card and being in the past, and who you are now. So certain things that you believed in, you may not believe in anymore, but you may keep grasping it, trying to hold on to it because it's what you know. But there can be changes happening in you where you want to move forward differently in your mindset. And I would say just try not to be afraid. Try not to be afraid of inner changes. Be okay. Be brave. Be brave when it comes to you transforming. Don't feel like you have to remain the core of who you were in the past, because your true core, it won't change. You don't need to shelter it, protect it. You can trust it. Your higher self, that spark in you that makes you who you are, you can trust that that won't fall away. And sometimes there's parts of us that seemingly fall away, but it's actually that part of us is just slumbering. It's just going for healing. And it will come back and incorporate itself in us in a new, more healthy way. So if you feel like you're losing a part of yourself, or you're not familiar with some new part of you, look at it with excitement and joy. Don't look at it as something scary. It's okay to trust yourself to transform and to change into something better. It doesn't have to be something bad, or something that's going to cause something bad to happen. You can just be blossoming. You can blossom, and it can be great. Okay, so lastly, I just want you guys to know, I'm gonna pull one more card from the scared myself, goodness. The Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Oh my gosh. I don't know what that sounded like. It sounded like a puppy or something. That's funny, because the Spirit Animal deck. That startled me. I was going to say I was challenged in getting this reading out. It just wasn't coming through correctly, and I had to shuffle a couple of times and restart the video, which doesn't happen to me very often. So anyways, this deck is animal totems, animal spirits. We're going to pull one card for the year, and that is, let's just see what the message is for you guys. And I will read from the book, and then we will leave it at that. Thank you for being here, for staying this long to watch the entirety of this message. I think it's definitely really good for you to give yourself, to honor yourself with this time. I love this message for you. I love this animal spirit for you. That's so on point. Canary spirit, sing your own song. Who are you? Who are you without all of the expectations, without all of the conditioning? What does your beautiful, bright, unique spirit look like? What do they believe in? I love that canary is wearing a crown. It's very beautiful message. Now, this is a long message that she does these that are in here. So I encourage you to stay for the entire reading of this card, okay? All right, sing your own song. Let's get it. Here we go. Canary spirit arrives to help you find your authentic voice and express what's in your heart. Free yourself to experience your inner light and let it shine. As Canary Spirit sings to remind you of your inherent joy and to support you as you sing your own song. Now is the time to let the world know who you really are. Canary Spirit's message is that you are free to be yourself and express your most cherished desires. The world wants to hear your song. If your inquiry is about a relationship, you're being called to be fully yourself, for only then will you find harmony and joy. You can make music with others so beautifully when your note rings true. The protection message is, Are you suppressing your true voice? Perhaps trying to sing the song you think people want to hear instead of your own. You create a cage around your life when you express only what you think will help you fit in and get you what you think you want. Are you hiding the real you? Telling a safe story about yourself to others because you're afraid they will think you are too different if they knew the truth? Canary Spirit comes to help you express yourself in a more honest and authentic way. Yes, not everyone will agree with you. In fact, not everyone will want to hear your originality or accept your uniqueness. You must not give this a single care. There will be plenty of people, opportunities, wonderful new experiences that arrive as if by magic once you open your own cage door and fly free. Canary Spirit is cheering for you and wants you to know you are safe and loved. Find your voice and have courage to spread your wings and sing out loud. The world needs your true song. So totally what we're talking about, you guys. Totally what we're talking about here. Very strongly the self-love, the self-honoring, and trusting yourself, and really introspection and understanding, this is who I am today. This is who I am now. This is how I'm moving forward with this self, not with my past self. Yeah, very strong, beautiful message. I hope that you guys take that to heart and really trust and love yourself and move forward with that in mind. Because I definitely see the opportunity for new relationships, connections, finding your soul family, things like that. And so, but you have to be able to shine. You have to be able to really come out of the shadows. If you have any masks on, it's time to drop that. And just be your true, authentic self. And know that it's beautiful. Know that it is beautiful. You are beautiful just as you are right now, today. Not tomorrow, not in a year, but right now. Right now, you are a beautiful spirit. And the world needs your light. So it's really time to shine. I hope that you have a beautiful 2025. I hope everything goes well for you. January, I will not be giving readings, but I will be back on it in February. And take care, everybody. Sending love and blessings to you. Take care. Bye.